John Cena's retirement match was a heartbreakingly beautiful lesson in letting go. Folks like to compare wrestling nowadays to like the Attitude Era or the era of the 80s, saying, oh, it's not like it used to be. These aren't household names. Yo, John Cena is a household name, especially in pop culture. All those years ago when Kurt Angle asked him what set him apart from everybody else, and this man said ruthless aggression, then slapped him, the ripple effect of that slap would span 20 plus years, where we watched John Cena get his medical degree in thugonomics, then find his voice as Big Match John Cena, the man with the motto of hustle, loyalty, and respect, and never give up. John Cena is seen as the Superman of wrestling, and here he has met his doomsday in Gunther. And the beautiful thing about time and getting older is it allows for a different story to be told. And we saw it here in this match where John Cena said when he started feeling like he was a little bit slow in the ring, where he didn't have it, he would leave. And we saw it, especially in this match too. John Cena was still giving it to Gunther. It took him a little time to get started, but he was still there. He was still able to go, but his step is just one bit slower this time around, which makes for such a beautiful and different story to tell. This is the end game, and time has caught up with John Cena. And as Smokey told Lightning McQueen in Cars 3, you can't turn back the clock, kid. But you can wind it up again. And we've seen Cena rewind the clock for this last year, his last run. But Gunther is younger, hungrier, stronger, and he has something to prove, whereas John Cena, there's nothing left to prove. The only thing that is left for John Cena is to go out on his own terms, to keep on fighting, to never give up, like he's always said. And that was the beauty of watching his final match. Can the Superman of sports entertainment do it one last time? He fought from the bottom, made us believe that he could, but Gunther was relentless. This is doomsday, literally, for John Cena. And it's so poetic how Gunther kept going for the sleeper hold to John Cena, as if he's trying to put this legend to bed permanently. Gunther's a Swiss Army knife. He doesn't have to have a finishing move. Any move he does can be a finishing move, but the sleeper is putting a point to something. He kept going back to that shit ferociously, as if to say, I'm going to strangle the fight out of you. And to see Cena almost being taken out, but then finding a way back, getting a second wind again to get back up, but Gunther being relentless, just as relentless and undeniable as the inevitable tends to be. And for the first time, we see John Cena trapped with no way out. Time cannot be staved off any longer. The clock cannot be rewound again. This is it. Cena's body hasn't betrayed him, but it can no longer keep up and do the thing that he loves. This thing that is causing him to get choked out right now because he's still holding on to it. And wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it, he's been a part of that for so many years. All these moments, all these fans, all these people, all these competitors, all these different things that made him who he is today. He's holding on to it. And we see that content on John Cena's face as my man is being choked out, but he's still able to give a smile. And that smile could mean so many different things. Is this John Cena realizing he has nothing left to prove? Is this John Cena knowing, oh, the baton is passing right now? This is the smile of a man going through a million moments throughout his entire career in less than a minute. And as all those moments race through John Cena's mind, we see him still smiling, raise his hand, and tap out. And in that moment, we see the changing of the guard. As Michael Cole says, tonight, professional wrestling destroyed sports entertainment. And as I said earlier, John Cena was the Superman of sports entertainment. What happens when Superman dies? That's being a bit dramatic, but it does give that feeling of like when we saw Superman die for the first time, people didn't even know that was possible. And to see John Cena tap out, it has that same effect for some. And there are a lot of fans like conflicted about this because John Cena's whole motto was never give up. And to see him tap out on his final match, give up in his final moments, what the hell? For me, I didn't see it as him giving up. I saw it as him letting go. To me, this is a man that came out to his own lyrics of your time is up, my time is now realizing the irony in how his time is up, Gunther's time is now. And as heartbreaking as that is, there's something beautiful about that too. Everybody wanted his ending to be grand, something special. For years, we've seen John Cena be the good soldier, take whatever was given to him and make gold out of it. And I find it ironic that for years, he felt so polished. And leading up to his retirement, we see all the mess, but there was beauty in that mess. Yeah, he lost a lot, but he's a man out of his prime, still fighting, going out on his shield. This is where it really helps to look at wrestling like comic books because, okay, that heel turn, maybe it was going a little Filler issue. Oh, him losing all those times? Those would be filler issues as well. You can decide for yourself what is and what isn't canon with all these moments that he's given in his retirement tour. But man, this retirement match though. This retirement match also showed how fragile memory is, because there's an ideal way you want to see your hero go out, or the way you just want to pay respect to someone that gave so much to a business. And when you don't get to see it go out that way, not the way you wanted, or like get that feel good ending, you can't reconcile with that. And it's a memory that stays with you, and it's always going to be like, if only this. I remember Santino Marella talking about his retirement and how he came close to winning the championship one time, and him liking that he didn't win that championship because there was something about that, like that tragedy there. That's romantic, that he almost won the big one. For John Cena, he has won the big one multiple times, but this retirement match, no matter what, it was going to be a hard, jagged little pill to swallow. Alanis Morissette reference. Button tapping out and letting go. There's a story there to be seen as well, because there are other folks there that were in John Cena's era. Randy Orton, AJ Styles. How do you react when your Superman dies? When your Superman lets go and your time is coming up now? John Cena has really just left a blueprint for his colleagues. Okay, you could pass out and just, go out on your shield, or are you strong enough to let go? And that's a choice we're going to have to see a bunch of other wrestlers from Cena's era make. So for me, John Cena didn't tap out and give up. John Cena tapped out and let go of this portion of his life and who he was. And now we see him do an even harder journey of life after wrestling and finding out who he is now.